What if you could tell an AI your business idea in plain English and within minutes have a working app online with a link you can use immediately? No developers, no waiting, just talking to AI and watching it build for you. Hey everyone, my name is Chibuzor Sam, and I'm a software developer building apps for 10 years. And today I'm going to show you just that, how you can build internal apps for your business very cheaply. In the past, we've used tools like Lovable, Leap.new, but this is even cheaper. Let me show you what the end looks like. Okay, so this is a dashboard of internal tools that I have. And all of those tools, except these last three, were built by myself. I added the repo looks like this. So I use something called GitHub, and it's a place where developers store code. But again, AI is changing the game. You don't need to learn all of this stuff. You just need to work with AI, and AI will help you create all of these things. So I have an index.html page, which shows that's essentially this dashboard you see. Now, inside of it, I have links to all of the different apps. But you can see that some apps have their own HTML, meanwhile others are just links. Like you can see some, let me just show you. So QR Maker HTML is the same as this QR code maker. So there's a file for that. But other ones are just links online, right? So you can my dashboard helps me reference whether apps I use on a regular basis or apps I'm building in here. So a few days ago, I created an app. I created a few apps just to test this concept. The app I'm going to be showing you, just so we have an idea of how big these apps can be, is Ad Creative Tester. So I used to run ads, and I wanted to create a simple way on my phone where I can just put in headline, put in XYZ, or better yet, even tell AI, hey AI, give me a few variations of this ad concept, and AI will be able to modify some data in my database there. I'll show you. So in GitHub here, we have data, and AI will modify this data right here with a page name, primary text, creative. And then this thing, every time I refresh it, it will show me variations. You can see the only difference here is this headline, launch or go live faster. So I created this thing for two things. Number one, to test out this AI generating thing automatically. But then two, to be able to then in the future, if I wanted to see different concepts, I can just tell AI, this is the ad concept. Now generate all of the elements for me and let me see all the variations of what it looks like. And I can either test them all or just pick the ones I think are with it. Okay, so let me show you what we need to do this. Like I said, you need a GitHub account. If you want to make this even cheaper, I'm hosting all of my projects in something called Coolify. You don't need this. This is just an online server and a place where I put this Coolify so that any kind of project I want to create, I can create them and host it here. It hosts my N8N, it hosts a bunch of things. So that's really good. If you don't want this and you have a project on GitHub, you can go to settings, you can go to pages, and if the project has to be public, but if it's public and you go to pages, you can enable it and automatically render this index.html and get your own online URL for your business. So just stick with me here. Let's just assume you created a simple index HTML file that lets you show links in a dashboard like this, okay? And AI can help you. I used AI to build that, by the way. But then you wanted to add a brand new tool. Let's go through it right now. In the past, I've shown you guys this N8N workflow, but we're going to be zeroing in on this thing called a GitHub MCP client. And this is really where all the power is. You see it has the access to read my repos, it can create update files, it can do a whole bunch of things. And this gives AI the ability to do everything I need. I'm also going to be using something today called Telegram. And I use Telegram as the entryway. If you can see this workflow, Telegram is the entryway I use to send a message or upload a voice note. And it comes to this AI agent, and the AI agent then carries it out. So I can text or talk. I just prefer to talk because I don't want to keep texting all the time. So I use Telegram. So we're going to do something with Telegram, okay? So I created this prompt, and this prompt is Let's create a clean application, and this is just essentially a one-page checklist, but it's a checklist that would have existing templates and just let somebody say, I'm cleaning 123 Main Street, and I want to clean the living room, the second living room, the bathroom, the kitchen, and then have default checklist items populated. And then they should be able to just exclude it because, oh, this guy wanted a fast clean, not a deep clean. So that's essentially what this whole thing is. Let us send that to AI. Okay, so if you notice in here, in my executions, you should see something should start running. Okay, so from Telegram, when we start from Telegram and I hit enter, I've connected it to my workflow here. So it's sending that message to my AI. And I'm asking the AI to create a application for me. Now, the thing that's going to happen here is AI, so there are two ways, right? AI can either try to like one-shot this, which it shouldn't do. We want to actually work through the idea, have AI brainstorm, figure out the simplest way to do this thing. And then when we have our base features, we'll say, okay, create the file. The second thing, so I'll show you, perfect. Okay, so I already have a prompt. And the prompt just says to use Tailwind CSS, Tailwind CDN. Tailwind is just something that is used for styling that makes something look really nice. So I said, oh, just use Tailwind so that it can look really nice, and that's why it gets at least a modern basic feel for styling web pages. So here's the plan. Add your Sam's Cleaners one-page app. By the way, I've never built this app before. This is the very first time I'm giving it to AI. And I'm doing that live so that we can see if there's value here. I don't want to have to bring a rehearsed thing here and then you try a different use case and it doesn't work, right? If it works now, it's good. If it doesn't work, then it's not usable by regular businesses. Okay, so at the top, somebody enters the job address, they add some spaces, and there's a default checklist for each space. You can add custom tasks, and you can click the checkbox to mark it as done, or there's an exclude button to say don't clean, which marks it as disabled. That's all I wanted, just from the beginning to here, done. So you see, this is the beauty of AI. If you told somebody this, the person would have to think through it and do all this extra work and then go back and write out all these requirements. AI did it all, right? Now AI added some other things like live counters, what's done, what's still excluded, what's like left. Okay, mobile first, sure. We're not even going to we're not going to spend more time for the sake of the video. Let's speed up, okay? When it's done though, it's going to create a file called samcleaners.html. That's number one. So this is the key here. In this GitHub, let me put down this thing. In this GitHub, it's going to create a new HTML file for us. That HTML file is self-sufficient. It should have everything it needs to look nice. But to access it, because the index.html is the only thing that actually gets seen on the screen in terms of this dashboard, right? Like that's the first thing that gets seen. Then from there, it should add another link below this add creative tester that says Sam cleaning, right? Checklist or something. And then we should be able to click that, and you should be able to open our new app here. So we're going to be seeing this in real time. Okay, so let's just say cancel, yes, proceed. So we sent it a message at 3:05. It thought through everything, gave us a plan, and I said proceed. So now if we go back to NA10, this was the last one. There should be another thing here. So now it's working through that whole thing it mentioned. You know how when you go to ChatGPT, and maybe you guys don't know this, but when you go to ChatGPT, many times you can just say, hey, I want a one-page website. And ChatGPT goes and it gets all your requirements and it builds the HTML for you and it gives it back to you. That's essentially what we're doing. The model that's attached to this assistant is an OpenAI chat model. I am using GPT-5, and I'll just show you a little bit what some of the cost looks like. So you can use GPT-5 directly, obviously using OpenAI, but what I prefer to use is OpenRouter. And for a single call with some tokens, it's 1 cent, sometimes less than a cent. So imagine or big ones, it could be 3 cents. So imagine building internal apps that you and your team can use just to speed up your process. Just tell them if I create a dashboard for your cleaning company and say, whenever you want to start, click this button that says, click this item that says start clean, for example. And that would open your checklist, right? That's it. And when your checklist is open, you can just select the spaces you need to clean, exclude the things you don't want to clean, and then start. Okay, so we got a response back. It says action completed. It created the page, created everything. Here's how it works. Do I want it to address some things? No, we don't want any of those things. Okay, let us take a look and see what happened. So the next thing that should be happening is that in Coolify, because it created a brand new file, you can see added Sam Cleaner's one-page checklist app and index link. So automatically redeployed. Now, if we come here, it's still old, right? All we have to do is refresh Sam Cleaners. Guys, in real time, I'm still here. I never stopped pause. I didn't pause the recording. This is all done. So we're going to take a look at this site for the very first time together, all of us. Look at this. Can you guys see this? Sam Cleaners. Add space. So we can put in a job address right at the top here. 123 East View. And you can see the address here. Okay, so we want to clean a living room. We also want to clean a bathroom today. For the living room, I don't want to dust. Dusting is not something we're doing. I will be vacuuming. I will be wiping tables, cleaning mirrors. I will empty trash, and I can add another thing like clean the TV. And you see this? Now, when I'm done cleaning the TV, which is the first thing I want to do, I'll click OK. You can see we've done 1 out of 6, excluded 1. I will wipe baseboards. Actually, let me exclude baseboards as well, because that's more for a deep clean. I don't like that. Let's clean windows and mirrors for sure. We've wiped down tables. We will vacuum, and then we will empty the trash. And we're done 5 out of 5. For the bathroom, you can see other things and exclude many things, because for some reason, we're just here for trash duty today, and we don't even refill supplies. So all we're going to do is empty the trash. Can you see this? It's already done. And you want to jump to the bottom, you jump to the bottom. You want to jump to the top, you jump to the top. Now, these two features, I can tell you for a fact, they exist only because, I know you guys can't see it because my face is in the way, but there are buttons here. Let me see if I can move my face for you guys. No, I can't. Okay, so there are buttons here that will show you. There are buttons here that say jump to top and go to the bottom, and the button is right behind my face on the screen, so you can't see it. But those buttons exist because in a different app I built, I told it I need these buttons so I can easily jump up and down. But AI remembered, and now for a new app, it did that for me, which is incredible. Okay, I'm not sure what this start button does, but interesting. So when you click start, it highlights it so you know it's active. If I click it again, it's done. If I click start, it highlights it so we know it's active. Like, this is amazing. So this is built. It's done. It's deployed. I can access it right here. And again, the only cost to me, if I checked I didn't use OpenRouter, I used the OpenAI node, but the only cost to me will be the few cents and going back and forth with AI. We only had two calls. So the first call was this, and it gave me a plan. The second call, yes, proceed, and it did all this, and we have a small application ready. So now the next thing, let's just say, like, I can end this video right now because we've accomplished everything we want to accomplish already. There are a few things to note about setting this up, okay? Like I said, you need a deployment server like Coolify, or you need to use GitHub Pages. That's number 1. Number 2, there's something called a GitHub MCP server, and all of the just search GitHub MCP server. It's officially by GitHub, and they teach you how to set it up. You can also do this same process through your Claude, Desktop, through your VS Code, through Windsurf if you have it, any of those things. But all you need to do is make sure you have a GitHub Personal Access Token. So just search GitHub Personal Access Token, and you should be able to you should be able to like figure out how to set it up, GitHub personal access token. Once that's done, let's just go back to N10 here. For the GitHub MCP server, you will have to create like a bearer auth token, and that personal access token is all you have to put. So just select authentication mode bearer auth, and then create a brand new credential, paste that whole token in, and you're done. You should be able to use this endpoint, have your own token in, and click tools selected. The reason I'm doing selected, by the way, is because I don't want to give it blanket access to all of my stuff. I just want you guys to know this. Do not give AI access to every single thing where one mistake might mean your entire thing is deleted, right? Only give it specific access to specific repos that you need it to have access to. Okay, I think that pretty much sums up this video. Let's just do one more thing, okay? Let's just tell it, hey, for the excluded items, because the background is dark, we can't really see a visual thing. How about a red straight through, so that it will actually like be visible that this is excluded? You know what? That's me giving it an idea on how to do it because I'm a software developer. But let's just say somebody isn't a software developer and they want to have a better visual appearance, right? Let me explain this in just English. I wanted to use the chat. But I have to hold that. Let's see. Hey, so I have one problem. My problem is when an item is excluded, because the background is dark already, I really can't tell that it's excluded. Can you just make sure it stands out more? Okay, so you record it using, of course, the record button, send it in, and we're just going to wait to hear back from AI. Let's see what AI comes up with, because we have a valid criticism, but we're regular people. We have no knowledge of AI. We're just using words to explain what we see and what we want. But if we refresh this page and we add a living room, everything is different. Changed it. Now, if we click exclude, you can tell, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. And if we said, okay, sure, we vacuumed, but we did not empty the trash, you can see that. And if I click start, same thing. We add a bathroom, we add a bedroom, and I will not mop the floor today for some crazy reason. I will only clean these things. And once I clean and touch your toilet, forget your mirrors. Let's empty the trash. And all of this was done just by talking to AI, paying like a cent per request, right? And AI automatically came in here and updated it. So again, this is the original GitHub page. You can see, you can't see Sam's testing, Sam's cleaners here, right? Let's refresh. Sam cleaners. And not only is Sam cleaners here, if we open it, now we can actually see the code AI generated. This is the code AI generated for us. So all of this stuff, guys, in like a minute, AI generated all of this for us. Can you believe that? That's incredible. What a world we live in. What a time we live in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell me what you want to see next. Tell me what business automation you're struggling with, or what business app you would love to build if you could. And if you need my help to help your clients, or you just want to partner, or just want to say hi, let me know if you guys want a community. Have a wonderful day.